Okay, we'll call to order the City Haslet Planning and Zoning Commission meeting Tuesday, October 24th, 2023 at 6:30 p.m. Item number one, call to order. I did that and announced the quorum present. We have the quorum present, so we're ready to go. And we can welcome Chuck. No, Matthew Hayes as new member to Planning and Zoning, and Frank Gatto as appointed as position number, alternate number 2. Okay, good to have you, Frank. And Matthew, good to have you full time with us here. Very good. Item number 2, citizen participation and comments. Do we have any at all, Katrina? Nobody out there, so that's fine. We don't have any here, so we'll move on. Items of community interest. Haslet is hiring, still looking for a city secretary. Parks and ground maintenance worker 1, water maintenance worker 1, and water maintenance worker 2. Can't find anybody out there, Mike? Take these jobs. All right. Well, we could sure use it. So early voting is, well, voting's upon it. So early voting, the main voting is November 7th. So we can do early voting starting, was that yesterday, I guess, October 23rd through November 3rd. And the closest place is over at what they call the Legacy Learning Center, or old Haslet Elementary on Schoolhouse Road. I would encourage everybody to show up and vote. There are propositions on there, and each and every, well, the majority of them are important to all of us. And let's just say they're all important to all of us. But there are some that are more important. So I would encourage everybody to show up and vote for that. Saturday, December 2nd, Christmas in the Park, from 3 to 7 at the Gammill Community Park. So right over here. If you know anybody that wants to attend those, or you want to promote them in your community, however you want to do that, it's good to get the information out. And attendance is always encouraged. If you know anybody that wants to be a vendor or sponsor, that would be great. Contact Katrina, and I'm sure she'll be glad to sign you up. So if your company is interested in sponsoring or being a vendor there, get a hold of Katrina, and she'll do that. Is that anything here? Okay. Item number 6, consent agenda. We have approval of the August 29th regular meeting minutes. Have we read them? Or did I skip? Oh, what did I do? Item number 4. Let me go back. I got correct. Yeah, I guess we need to do that. Item number 4. So we have to administer the statement of officer and oath of office to appointed and reappointed members. So, Sabrina?
Okay, so
you do that.
You just read them off. The way we'll do this is I will read this out loud, and you guys can repeat after me and put in your own name. Okay? So we're going to have place 1 is Matthew Hayes. Place 3 is Greg Kadesch, but he's not here. Place 5 is Chuck Tackett. Place 6, alternate 1, Serafi Miranda, not here, right? And place 7, alternate 2 is Frank Gatto. Okay. In the name and by the authority of the state of Texas oath of office, I do solemnly swear or affirm that I will faithfully execute the duties of the office of Commissioner for the Planning and Zoning for the City of Haslet, and will do the best of my ability, and will to the best of my ability preserve, protect, and defend the Constitution and laws of the United States, of this state, so help me God. Okay. You ready? Okay. Statement of appointed officer. So I,
Charles Matthew Hayes,
do solemnly swear or affirm that I have not directly or indirectly paid, offered, promised to pay, contributed, or promised to contribute any money or thing of value, or promised any public office or employment as a reward to secure my appointment or confirmation thereof, so help me. If you will all sign those, please, and send them back my way by the end of the meeting.
So do we have to note that Serafi Miranda is not here? Would that be next time? Greg, out of town. Yeah, Greg. Okay, I promise I didn't try to miss number 5. So, discussion, consider, and act on election of vice chair. Do I hear anybody?
I nominate Paul Wallach as vice chair.
Second?
I will second it.
All in favor, raise your hand. Okay, that's unanimous. So, I'll keep doing that. Do we need anything else on that? Yes, yes, sir. No, we have a quorum right here. Yeah, yeah, we have a quorum, and yeah, I invited him to sit up here with us just to be part of it.
As a matter of figure, it's city.
Right. Then you vote, right. Yeah, there's four out of 5. Yeah. Okay, item number 6 now. The Planning and Zoning Commission meeting minutes from 29 August 23. Read those. Any comments? Any corrections? Do I have a motion to accept those minutes? That's for you.
I'll make a motion to accept the minutes from the previous meeting.
Do we have a second?
I'll second.
All in favor? Raise your hand. Passes unanimous. And then the item number 6B is the Planning and Zoning Commission meeting calendar for 2024. Have we read that? Do we have any comments?
I'll make a motion to accept the approval of the 2024 Planning and Zoning Commission meeting calendar.
All right. Do we have a second?
I will second it.
Okay, all in favor? Passes unanimous. Okay. Item number 7A is discuss, consider, and act on a recommendation regarding the approval of revised site and landscape plan for 1096 Schoolhouse Road. Mr. Schwank.
Chairman and members of the commission, this is a site plan revision on 0.54 acres of land located at the apex of Schoolhouse Road and SH 156, and it contains 0.54 acres and with one building being proposed of 4,400 square feet. The original site plan that was included with the original zoning case had a parking that went clear around the site, and this building has been pushed back, and the parking matches up with the parking to the north, which has a double loaded parking lot and also parking on both sides of the access drive, which is common between both the units of this site and the building to the north. Each one has their own dumpster, and so they're pretty much independent of each other. And the fire department has looked at this, and it can be served with the access that's being provided here in an adequate manner, which is not uncommon for a small building to have access on two sides, and so they can back in, turn around, and service it. Having said that, this is the public hearing portion, but when it gets to the portion where you might want to ask a question, the applicant is here, Mr. Terry Mitchell.
All right, so, we will close 3, the discussion, and consider, let me open it for the board. We're gonna consider action. Do you have any comments from the?
I have a question.
Yeah.
On the last.
Doreen, would you mind turning on your mic?
I'm sorry. The last exhibit, when you blow it up, it actually says preliminary site plan lot 1 and 2, block 1. Are we not just considering block 1?
We're just considering the southern portion, which would be just that one lot.
Which is block 1 lot,
Yeah.
right?
Mhm.
Does it matter that it's stage 1 and 2 on that piece of paper?
That one was the original one that was included on the preliminary plat. This is just revising the one on the south.
So then really they didn't, is that correct?
Yeah, that was a long time ago in 2014 when that was done. And that was the way they were originally going to do the building. But some time has passed and
Things have
current,
changed.
yeah, things change. The way it is done is, I think it's better because it actually lines up with the parking to the north, having double loaded parking. So it fits quite well.
So going back to the plat, so the 3R Block 1, 1.46 acres, that's 100-year floodplain back there, undeveloped property.
Without the appropriate studies, yes. There's
Floodplain, it's not floodway.
yeah, sometimes floodplain can be recaptured.
Yeah,
and,
right.
But it takes takes a study to do that. And
Is
it's
that
not-
all owned by the same people there, that whole tract of land? Is it?
Yes.
That's not being considered, correct?
No.
No,
No.
just 1R Block 1, that 0.54 acre piece right there. Okay. Oh, it's interesting, the minimum finished floor elevations. Okay. So, item 3, do we have any more discussion? Any, make a
I'll make a motion that we recommend to the city council approval of the revised site plan and landscape plan for 1096 Schoolhouse Road.
I'll second.
Okay. All right, so all in favor? That passes unanimously. Very good. All right. Well, looks like it's going to be another, is that essentially going to be medical? That's what you think. All right, very good. So, item 8, status of current development project. You have anything? Maurice, we need to talk about that?
Nothing to report at this time.
Okay. Anything that you can think of pending coming up, maybe next month?
We have several things that are in the working process right now, but they've not quite come to the point where they're ready to be seen by the board. But
So-
there's a lot of things that are going to be coming down the pipeline.
So maybe or maybe not.
Yeah.
All right,
It just depends if they get their ducks in a row, and if they don't, some of the things are they're waiting on TxDOT review for their TIAs, things like that, which can affect the design of several projects. So we're working with them, and if they're ready, we'll bring them.
Okay, very good. I know we canceled last. We canceled last month.
We did.
Lack of,
Well, we actually had this site plan on there, but they submitted that as a different address, and that's the way it was advertised, so it couldn't legally be put on the agenda. So
know what
that's,
it was. Okay, all right. So Item number 9, reports and presentation, training and overview. Is that you, Mr. Mayor?
Good evening, Commissioners. And we'll go up here. Pass the binder out to Well, I want to welcome you all and thank you for your stepping up to serve on the Planning and Zoning Commission. Thank you very much. You are the class of 23-24. Nonetheless, what you have is we put together a small binder here. The front portion is just a slide presentation. Is going to give you not the 50, I'm going to say the 35,000 foot overview of the topics in planning and zoning. It also lists the statute citation, and that is there is a group of statutes out of all the statutes in the state of Texas, but all of those that pertain to a municipality are grouped under what is called the local government code. And all your planning and zoning is within that local government code. But the citations are there. I would particularly, new folks and some of you old hands that go through there, and you can go online, just Google local government code, Texas, and it'll pull it up. Make sure you find one from the state of Texas. There's a lot of law firms out there that has their stuff out there too. I'm sure it's fine, but get the real McCoy. So the first section is about planning and zoning specific and the high-level topics of it. Of course, each one of those sections, people spend their careers as attorneys and planners and engineers involved in all of this. The next item is from our codified ordinance. This purely addresses the procedures and administrations of planning and zoning. Gives you, again, a high overview. It addresses the structure of your organization and procedural aspects with regard to plats or subdivisions, final plats, replats. The list goes on. Behind that tab is the ordinance that establishes your organization, your commission. If you notice, the first one is 0/40/2019, and the second one was 03/01/00. The last two numbers are the year. I began my service in Haslet 26 years ago on planning commission. Notice I said planning commission. And then I ran for council. Then I ran for mayor. But one thing I took away from planning, I observed that because we had a separate planning and a separate zoning commissions. And I'm going, these two go hand in hand because you need that knowledge one to the other to make an informed decision about planning or zoning. Planning, okay, well, I got to understand what the zoning's all about. And if I'm making a recommendation or giving suggestion to planning, and then zoning, I need to understand what the planning was all about. So one of the first things we did was combine those two boards. And that's what that first ordinance, or the second one behind this, the 0301 is. And if you'll notice, if you read that, there was 9 members. Actually, there's more than that. There was 11. There was 9 on the Planning and Zoning Commission, 9 voting members, and then 2 alternates. And don't ask me why. More the merrier, right? Yeah. Huh? I don't know why. It might have been something as simple as that. We didn't want to hurt anybody's feelings, so okay, everybody can be on it. And, sometimes decisions like that are made. And then, rightly so, in 2019, that was restructured to, okay, there's 5 voting members on planning and zoning with 2 alternates. And oh, by the way, the 5 voting members of planning and zoning are automatically assigned to the Capital Improvement Advisory Committee. Now, that committee consists of the 5 voting members, then 2 ad hoc members. Those ad hoc members, one is from the either realtors or building or construction industry. And the other ad hoc member is someone who resides in our extraterritorial jurisdiction. And they have been appointed. And next January will be your first meeting as CIAC, Capital Improvements Advisory Committee. No, it's not behind that. Actually, I jumped ahead. In front of those ordinances is a tab, and you'll find a little excerpt that just describes the function and organization of the Capital Improvements Advisory Committee, just to give you a high-level overview. So the intent is, as the year goes on, we'll take these items and delve into them in more detail. So you can read to your heart's desire. When we come back each meeting, we'll ask, do you have a question? That's specific to you then, but we'll have a topic to cover intentionally. Other than that, anybody have any questions? Very good. Thank you. You're welcome.
All right, very good. Thank you, Mr. Mayor. We do not have an executive session. Item number 10, so we'll pass that. Item number 11, consider and take any action resulting from the executive session. Didn't have that, so we'll pass that. I guess I jumped a little bit ahead about future agenda items. Item number 12. You've already.
Yeah, basically, we have some things in the pipeline, but they're not quite ready to come before the board.
Right, okay, all right. Sorry, I did flip this paper over before we got there. So item number 13, Doreen.
Make a motion, we adjourn.
We are adjourned at 6:55. Okay. No, record 7. I did that one. There wasn't anything on the agenda. No.
Then why did we hit the phone?
Pretty 7 minutes. I'm telling Gary, he's gonna have to work, or Greg, he's gonna have to work hard at that. Yeah. We sort of,
I think I was there that night. It was like just boom, boom. Like,
yeah, we just went through it. There wasn't anything to it.